I'm Desiree. I'm from Greeley, Colorado, and my breasts are ski slopes. I have one black diamond, then I have one bumpy itty-bitty bunny hill. Growing up in Boulder, Colorado was amazing. If it was light outside, I was out with my friends. We would be riding a bike, going to the park. I didn't notice that there's something wrong with me until my other girlfriends started developing. Their breasts were growing at the same rate, and I had one that was very small and stayed small, and one that just kept growing and growing. And I thought, okay, maybe it's just a weird growth spurt. Maybe the other one's gonna catch up, and it never did. Middle school is just brutal. Girls can be really, really mean. And so when that started, that's when I was like, okay, well, if I'm not putting myself out there, I can't be ridiculed. I refrained from going to pool parties. I didn't do many sleepovers. I held my deformity back from everybody. I would stuff socks in there. I would stuff tissue. My poor husband, we were high school sweethearts. He didn't know about it, when we were dating at the time. And there's this horrible story. And I bent over to pick something up. My stuffing slipped out of my bra. And he's kind of looking at this on the floor like, what the hell is that? So embarrassing to experience that at 15. The issue came to when I was trying on wedding dresses. I couldn't do the gorgeous, halter tops or the sweetheart necklines because they showed off, how severely different my breasts were. And that's when my mom went, you've dealt with this long enough. Let's look into surgery. Let's see if we can get this fixed before your wedding. When I saw my breasts after surgery, I was devastated. The implant sat very high and told my doctor they're not the same size. My nipples are different directions. He said, it's swollen, right after surgery, let this one fall. You're gonna be normal. So I gave it some time thinking, okay, he's right. And about 2 months afterwards, I went back to him because it wasn't getting any better. And he said, you're better than you were before. I can't do any more, you're on your own. It was just crushing. At that point, I didn't think I had any more options. So back burner and, on to the wedding and starting family life. I have 3 daughters now. I can't portray to my children that I love my body and I'm comfortable in it because I'm not. By having the surgery, it'll make me feel the strong, capable, sexy woman that I want my kids to grow into. I want to be the example for them because they're my world.
Our next patient is Desiree. There's both a natural deformity as well as a surgical deformity. So it's sort of botched squared. It's like the double botching.
Botch times 2?
Botch squared. Botch times, no.
Botch times 2
is botch squared. Botch squared.
No, that's 2.
Botch plus botched is 2 times botched. Botch times botched is botch squared. Are you smarter than a 5th grader? I don't think so.
Desiree, hi, Dr. Nassif.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
How are you? Terry Dubrow.
Nice to meet you. I'm a little nervous because Dr. Dubrow is my last chance. I'll be so heartbroken if he can't help me because then I can't be fixed and I'm gonna have to live with this deformity for the rest of my life.
Please tell us your journey.
I was born botched, essentially, and I didn't notice it until I started going through puberty and noticing my girlfriends, breasts were growing bigger, and I had one that was small, and then I had one that just kept growing and growing and growing. Like, all right, maybe it's just a weird growth spurt. This other one's gonna catch up.
Okay.
It never did. I didn't tell my mom. I was really embarrassed about it.
No clue.
Really?
No.
She always wore tops that were higher, nothing.
I had toilet paper or socks because I didn't know they had chicken cutlets. And then when I discovered them, it was the holy grail. So I would stuff one side with 2 chicken cutlets.
Wait a minute. You stuffed your bra with chicken cutlets?
Raw chicken breasts, yeah. No.
Well, when I hear the word chicken cutlets, I think of those are, pieces of chicken actually in the freezer at the supermarket. Wait a minute, what's a chicken
It's a little flesh-colored gel. It's like a mini implant, and it has a sticky side.
They call them chicken cutlets. Chicken cutlets are used for symmetry, not for dinner.
I became engaged, and around that time, we knew about this doctor. He's supposed to be really great, one of the best ones around. Immediately after surgery, when I took the bandages off a couple days later, they weren't right. My nipples pointed different directions, my breasts looked completely different. But, being a mom, I've been so dedicated to my kids. I'll fix them when the kids are, grown up. But it's so hard for me to be, telling them to be confident and love themselves and love their body when I can't portray them.
Desiree has 3 daughters. I have 3 daughters. I can only imagine how difficult it is for Desiree as her daughters emerge into those body-conscious ages, and she has to start discussing things with her when she has her own inhibitions about her own deformity. Complicated problems have complicated solutions. So let's go do a good, careful physical exam and figure out what the potential solutions are, okay?
Thank you.
Desiree is a unique kind of botched patient. She's not only botched by the surgical procedure she had, but originally she was really botched by nature. I really don't know what to do with Desiree's breast till I get in the exam room and assess what's going on with each breast individually. Here's where her old crease was, right here. This is the breast you were born with. A very short distance between the areola and what's called the inframammary crease, okay? Unfortunately, when you try to lower that crease too much by putting an implant in it, it causes a double bubble. This breast, the nipple is placed too high, so it's stargazing, okay? It's like bonanza, right? You won the lottery for breast problems because you have two of the hardest things to fix. We've all heard the expression, the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. In this situation, the whole is way harder than the multiplication of its parts. There's size, symmetry, and shape problems that make this very confusing and very complicated. What size do you want to be?
I think full D.
Oh, just full D? Just that?
I'm tall, I have big shoulders, I have big hips, long torso, so I think full D would even me out and be really proportionate.
Wouldn't you agree symmetry is more important than size?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How about we do this? We shoot for as much symmetry as possible, and then from there, I'll pump up the volume and see where we can get, okay?
I'm so excited. It's important for me to get my breast fixed to restore my confidence so I can portray that for my 3 young daughters.
Okay.
Thank you so
you
much.
guys soon.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. You're restoring my hope.
good.
Hi, Desiree. How are you?
I'm good. I have my surgery today with Dr. Dubrow.
Okay, go ahead and sign in. We'll get you taken right back.
I've been concealing myself for the past 15 years, and I'm so ready to be done. I want to be open and be free and just be who I'm meant to be.
For Desiree today, it's a very complicated case because I change the crease position on Desiree's left breast. I've also changed the nipple position. As I increase the size of Desiree's right breast, I changed that nipple position as well. Unfortunately, those are counterproductive changes. It's a puzzle. I love putting puzzles together, and I'm hoping that Desiree's puzzle comes out as a beautiful work of art at the end. For Desiree's surgery today, my plan is to take the old implant out of her left breast, tighten up the pocket to fix her double bubble irregularity, and lower the natural crease to allow for a larger implant. Next, I'll perform an augmentation and a lift to the right breast, and finally, place the proper sized implants for each breast to make them symmetrical.
Hello. How are you?
I'm amazing. How are you?
Oh, I love hearing that.
Are you good?
I'm really
Well,
good.
she used the word, I'm amazing.
So with my last recovery, I was in a lot of pain. I had staples all over the place. I was sick from the pain meds that they gave me. And this time, I mean, it's just been relaxed, and I just can't wait to see what he says and what the next steps are.
So I got in there and closed up the pocket, right? Which restored her back to her normal breast contour. What was so surprising is that this one, to me preoperatively, looked smaller than this one, because this seemed over-reduced and this had an implant in it. But after I cleaned everything up and closed the pocket, this one was actually a little bigger. So I put a 425 cc on the slightly bigger side and a slightly bigger one, a 445 cc on the slightly smaller side. Okay, so let's see what they look like.
Excited.
So,
It's like Christmas. You're quiet. Is it good?
Yeah, these look beautiful.
you wanted a D.
I do.
You have a D.
I do have a D.
And went up bigger than she was. Yeah, significantly. So you're a D. You're a D as the day is long. Although Desiree doesn't have perfect identical twins, they are closely related sisters. Keep healing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, sounds good. This journey has been healing for me. You need to have self-love to be a happy person for everyone else, and I finally have that. Today I have my husband Robbie and my 3 daughters, my oldest Madison, my middle daughter Talia, and my youngest daughter Riley. It's the first time my daughters have seen me in a bikini. I'm so excited to see their reactions and see how excited they are, that I have this new confidence.
See the duck? Look he wants to come over and hang out with us too.
Bet he's looking for his mommy.
You think so? Or you think that's Mama Duck looking for the babies?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hey, babies.
Oh my goodness, look how pretty she is. Go get her.
Come here.
You look beautiful.
Go get her, go get her.
You look so pretty, Mama. Thank you. She looks amazing. Really beautiful. She looks good. Really good and pretty.
You like?
Oh yeah,
You
very
approve?
much. Desiree looks amazing. The doctors did a great job. She was beautiful before, but she's even more beautiful now.
We're gonna go canoeing.
We're gonna go canoeing. I hope you brought your swimsuits because we're gonna get in the water and we're gonna go swimming.
Yeah.
Can Mommy get in the water with you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. I am now the mom I always wanted to be, the role model for my girls that I couldn't be before. Let's go have some fun.
You ready?
All right, little miss, you are all ready to go. Before surgery, my breasts looked like uneven ski slopes, and it made me feel so terrible about myself. I was constantly hiding, and I just hated looking at myself in the mirrors. And now after surgery, I have these big, beautiful Colorado mountains. I feel complete now, and I feel feminine. Thank you, Dr. Dubrow. You're a miracle worker.
That way first, and then that way.
Yep.
We'll go towards there. We can look at the view.
We gotta race the ducks though.